President Biden finally holding his first formal news conference yesterday in the East Room, 64 days after taking office.
He took questions on major issues like the border, ending the filibuster, and whether he will run for re-election.
Here with the top takeaways, partner and president of Maslensky and Partners Lee Carter. Lee, good morning to you. You have some grades for us, how voters felt about various moments during the press conference. Let's take a look at some of these individual moments, and you tell us how they graded with the voters out there. First, there was this moment right here when he was asked if the reason that the migrant surge is occurring is because he's such a decent and moral man. Here was his response.
I should be flattered. People are coming because I'm the nice guy. That's the reason why it's happening. That I'm a decent man, or however it's phrased. That, that's why they're coming, because Biden's a good guy. The vast majority, the overwhelming majority of people coming to the border and crossing are being sent back.
So, Lee, how did voters grade that moment?
Well, look, I continue to say that Democrats are from Mars and Republicans are from Venus. You can see a complete different reaction. Yeah. Democrats gave this a B, independents a D, and Republicans an F. I'm not surprised Republicans are rejecting this, and Democrats are basically giving him the benefit of doubt. I'm laser focused on those independents, and I think they are very skeptical of Joe Biden's response here. They wanted answers on the border. They know that people aren't coming through because he's a decent guy. They know it's because he's loosening policies, and there's a problem there. They wanted answers, and they didn't feel satisfied with his answer.
All right. Something else, Lee, that we were talking about earlier was just the fact that a number of times Joe Biden was talking and then he kind of ran out of words or ran out of gas. He hit some kind of conversational cul-de-sacs. Here's one of them when he was talking about the filibuster. And watch the grades. Democrats are the blue line, the Republicans are the red line, and the independents are the yellow line.
I'm going to say something outrageous. I have never been particularly poor at calculating how to get things done in the United States Senate. So the best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway, we're going to get a lot done.
Okay, so we're going to get a lot done, but when you look at the grades, even though he stalled out there, Democrats gave him an A.
They sure did. Democrats gave him an A, independents a C, Republicans a D. The thing is, Democrats are willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. They see that he's stalled out. They're willing to accept this. And in the sort of the way that they interpreted this is, you know what, I'm fine watching this. I'm bored. He's not dangerous. They're okay with it.
I'm not dangerous.
Independents, Republicans are not. They're concerned. They're looking at this and saying, what's going on here? This is a big deal. We want answers, and he seems not to be able to be up to the task. So very different reactions depending how you view the president to begin with.
So, Lee, another question that was asked of him was whether he was going to run for office again. So let's take a look at that clip.
Have you decided whether you are going to run for re-election in 2024? You haven't set up a re-election campaign yet, as your predecessor had by this time.
My predecessor needed to. My predecessor. Oh, God, I miss him. No, an answer is yes. My plan is to run for re-election. That's my expectation.
Do you believe you'll be running against former President Trump?
Oh, come on. I don't even think about it. I have no idea. I have no idea whether it'll be a Republican Party.
Lee, why did independents give him an F on this?
Because it really torched his message of unity. He says he's a president for unity, and yet he says, I don't even know if there's a Republican Party. He was completely dismissive of Donald Trump, laughed at him. And I think it sort of came to the front how how he really feels about the other side. And it didn't go well for him.
Yeah, look at those grades. Set aside Democrats and Republicans. Look at those grades from independents. Lee, I agree. That's
mostly C's and D's
revealing.
From. I looked at all your questions. Mostly C's and D's from independents. So interesting.
Yeah.
All right, Lee. Thank you so much for your time this morning.